I'm a 29-year-old woman getting married soon to my fiancé, who's 30. We've been planning this wedding for over a year now, and everything seemed to be falling into place until recently. The venue we chose is stunning, a small, elegant spot tucked away in a quiet location. It's perfect for the intimate ceremony we wanted, and we've already paid the deposit. The date is set, and I've been beyond excited to see it all come together. Enter my cousin. She's 25, and while we're family, we've never been particularly close. She's the type who always seems to have an opinion on everything, even when no one's asking for it. When I started sharing updates about my wedding plans, she became unusually interested. At first, it was little things, asking about my dress, decorations, and guest list. It didn't bother me. I figured she was just being curious or maybe even excited for me. But then she started giving unsolicited advice. A lot of it. It started small. She suggested different flower arrangements and made comments about how I could really elevate the decor if I went with her ideas. I brushed it off, chalking it up to her just wanting to be helpful. But soon, she was chiming in on every decision, questioning the catering, the color scheme, even the choice of music. It was like she thought she was co-planning the wedding with me. My fiancé found it amusing at first, but I started to feel a bit uneasy. Still, I didn't want to cause drama, so I let it slide. The venue, though, became a particular point of interest for her. She asked a lot of questions: how we found it, how much it cost, whether we'd looked at other places. She even asked for the contact details of the coordinator. Again, I didn't think much of it. She mentioned she was thinking about getting married herself, so I assumed she was just gathering ideas for the future. A few weeks later, she casually mentioned she was planning her own wedding. I was surprised since I hadn't even known she was engaged. Apparently, she'd been dating a guy for 6 months, and they decided to tie the knot. Good for them, right? She then asked me for more details about my venue. I shared them because, at this point, I didn't see any harm in it. She even joked about how she'd love to find a place just like it. I told her to check it out if she was interested, thinking there was no way it would overlap with my plans. Then things got weird. Over the next few weeks, she kept bringing up my venue. She'd casually suggest that maybe we should consider other options, something more central, something bigger, something that could accommodate more people. It didn't make sense since we had already made our choice and were happy with it. When I asked why she was so focused on it, she'd just shrug and change the subject. About a month before my wedding, she dropped the bombshell. She was now officially engaged and had chosen the exact same venue for her wedding, set to take place 2 months after mine. I was stunned. She knew I had already booked it, so this had to be intentional. When I asked her about it, she brushed it off as a coincidence, saying she fell in love with the place when I recommended it. She even had the audacity to say I should feel flattered that she liked my taste. I called the venue immediately. They reassured me that my booking was secure and reminded me that their policy allows only 1 wedding per day. But my cousin was still determined to use it. She started talking about her backup plan in case her date clashed with mine. The whole thing felt off, so I decided to keep a closer eye on her. Sure enough, I overheard her talking to her bridesmaids about how she was planning to get the venue for a steal. She joked about how I wouldn't need it if I got cold feet or if something went wrong with my planning. That's when it hit me. She wasn't just being overzealous. She was actively trying to sabotage my wedding. I told my fiancé, who was furious. My parents were equally upset, but they didn't want to stir up family drama. I, however, wasn't about to let this slide. I started documenting everything: emails, conversations with the venue, even snippets of her comments that others had overheard. I also began researching other venues as a backup, just in case she somehow managed to pull something off. My cousin's antics didn't stop. She started spreading rumors